Hey, it's Clayton, and in this video I'm going to answer a customer question that came in that once again I think the answer is going to give some clarity to many other women who are in a similar situation with a guy that they've just met or have been dating for a while. This question is from a gal, we're going to just call her Kim for anonymity sake. She says, "Dear Clayton, thank you very much for your message. I'm watching all your movies. I really appreciate it. I got a question about what to do, how to convince a man, we've known each other for more than 3 years, to be with me and start a relationship. The man is a doctor and extremely intelligent, and he is possibly autistic. I can see him once or twice per month because he said I'm getting attached and he has nothing to give me. He is without feeling, no heart, no emotions. He said I am different than other women, but he is like a wild animal and doesn't want to hurt me. I respect him so much, and he knows that, but I still wish to see him more often. What do I do?" Well, first of all, Kim, I think I really feel for you. It sounds like you have your heart open to this man, and you obviously have a connection with him that you value. Otherwise, you wouldn't be asking this question and you wouldn't want to get into a relationship. And a common theme, this is a bit of an extreme example because this guy's being so clear, but this also applies to men that say anything that capture the essence of this. I have nothing to give, and I'm like a wild animal and I don't want to hurt you. There's a lot of women that I come across who are dating a guy who have been in a kind of pseudo relationship with a guy without any real hard boundaries or agreements, where they're holding on to it because they are putting the connection above the integrity of their heart. They're putting the connection they have with the guy in this place of where they are falling in love with the potential of what it could turn into rather than really staying in the reality of what it is. And this is a great way to waste a lot of time and to, in the end, become bitter about love, is by picking guys that are emotionally unavailable and hoping that in some way you might be able to change them because they've communicated to you that you are unique or different, yet their actions are not moving things forward. They're not initiating and they're not actually stepping in to protect what it is that the two of you are creating with an agreement, with a relationship. And the advice that I've got here, just from knowing men and having been in similar situations with my own emotions with women, is that when a guy says that he's not ready for a relationship and you are feeling like you are very invested in the interaction, you're invested in the connection, and a guy is saying to you that he is not good at relationship, he feels like a wild animal, he doesn't want to hurt you, believe him. There's no amount of convincing at this point that is going to move this guy from feeling the way that he's feeling into suddenly believing in himself that he can be good at relationship. There's something going on within him that is causing him to hesitate. And if you stay in that connection with him and you compromise yourself because you are hoping that he will change for you, the dynamic that you're entering into then with him is one where you've got this hidden agenda or even this overt agenda of changing his mind, of changing his heart. And the longer that you stay in that, the more that you compromise yourself and the more that you communicate to him that you're willing to put up with where he's at and that you're willing to settle for that type of relationship. Now, that said, it sounds like at this point it would be best to step back. And I would say that that is the best thing to do, is to step back from this and to really collect yourself and determine that, and to ask yourself, if this is all that he can give, and this is all that he will possibly ever give, is this enough for me? And if the answer is no, you've got to walk away. And it's not for the purpose of punishing him. It's not for the purpose of teaching him a lesson, but rather it's for you to take a stand for what is most important to you, what it is that you desire most from this guy. And in doing so, the impact is that, number one, he gets to see the impact that he is having, that his way of being is having on someone that perhaps he does have a real connection with, that his way of being may very well push them out of his life. And two, it just communicates that you're a woman of value, that you are not willing to settle. And also, walking away doesn't mean giving this guy an ultimatum. It doesn't mean saying to him, hey, I'm going to leave if you're not willing to step up. Because then that is you trying to manipulate him or trying to get him to move rather than actually taking a stand for yourself. Taking a stand for yourself in this is simply just saying, okay, I'm going to have to back off because I realize that I'm not going to be able to respect myself if I stay in this situation. I'm not respecting my heart if I stay in the situation in which we're not on the same page. And then actually backing away. And at that moment, who knows what will happen on his side. But ultimately, if there's anything that is going to get this guy, that is going to challenge this guy to step up, and that is also going to reveal how important the connection is to him, it's going to be this move of being able to walk away and allow him to deal and handle the impact and the consequences of the lack of commitment or the lack of initiative that he is willing to show within your specific dynamic. My name's Clayton Olson, and if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Please like it. And also, I've got a PDF, a little book that I'm going to give away to you. It's called The 5 Secrets to Unlock His Heart. And it is below this video. It talks about challenge. It talks about a couple different things that guys need to feel in order to begin to open up, and it should provide a little bit more insight if you are currently struggling with men right now in the dating life and you are wanting to move from single to being in a relationship. And even if you're in a relationship, this guy would be helpful as well. So go ahead and click below. That's in the description, and I will see you in the next video.